Hey guys, welcome back. I want to talk about Lisa Bonet. And I believe she had got originally married in 1987. I'm not sure how old she was, but I know she was in her 20s, which this is a good idea what women do. They get married young. They realize they want to be a wife. And she was married to her husband. I'm not sure exactly how long, but I'm gonna say maybe 6 years. Yeah, but then she got with what's his name, Jason Momoa, and I believe he's in that Marvel movie, one of the Marvel superhero movies. It don't matter. But yeah, he's a big actor. He used to wrestle and all that. So he's big. But yeah, she couldn't tie him down. For whatever reason, they separated recently, maybe last year. And that's a high status type guy. But you gotta understand, I believe they got married in 2017, then they separated, then they got back together. Something like that. Something crazy. But yeah, a lot of these women, when they've been separated and, married multiple times, like this is always going to be a red flag. Stop dealing with these women that have been divorced. That's where we screw up at as men. That's my whole point in this video. And another thing on Lisa Bonet, like she's literally been with 5 different men on the books. So, I mean, that ain't a lot of that ain't really bad for a woman that's 56. It's still considered high in my book. But she's always had a man, and this is why I say women don't realize all their faults in relationships. Because most of the time men leave because women are not going to be agreeable with them. That's the reason. Or they're a cheater, and that's the woman's fault because they choose a certain type of guy that's going to cheat. So yeah, she's 56, and it doesn't look good for her. I mean, she's not a bad looking woman, but she's 56. She'll be 60 in 4 years. And that's how we got to start looking at it. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, this woman doesn't look bad. But nobody's chasing a 56-year-old woman. Because, yes, these women want to be courted at 56. So, it ain't going to happen. And you got to understand, these women want men that has money. They want the same men that these young models want. They're actually going to give you absolutely nothing. And remember, a young model, you could get a kid out the deal. You're going to pay for it times 10, but you can get it. Or you could go overseas. I'm going to always throw that in there. But yeah, Lisa Bonet, we get with these women that divorced, they're already broken. And you gotta understand also, when women are single for a long time, they're not used to interacting with a man. They don't know how to treat a man. A lot of women just want to be treated like an angel or whatever you want to say. And they want to be spoiled and all that. They don't understand what relationships is about. Women that want all these things. Because I always tell young men I talk to, like, women nowadays think that we're supposed to, if she's going to be a housewife, for instance, that she don't have to work, your money is her money, she can spend all your money. But you got to understand, somebody like a Rosa Parks was on the bus going to work. Her husband worked as well. Women worked as well. Women helped us before. They loved us. They cared for us. Then they cared for the children. and they wasn't not trying to drain us dry. That's the difference between these women and women like in the 1950s and earlier, I'm going to say. Even though, even in the 60s, they wasn't that bad. But yeah, Lisa Momoa, your time is up, baby girl. She's going to be single for the rest of her life. Because she's going to be looking for a sucker. You got to understand, nobody can come behind Jason Momoa. Like, unless she accept her fate and realize, if I don't get a average guy, I'm going to be single forever. Yes, because these women will not accept anything but perfection. And like I said, when they get in their 50s and 60s, they really still thinking like they're 20. It's a joke. And one thing I'm going to say about Jason Momoa, why would you marry an older woman? I mean, what is she like? 10 to 12 years older? Something like that. Than him. She was old when y'all got together. She was old when y'all had children. I mean, I'm guessing maybe you had a crush on her when you were young. But it didn't turn out well, and you're going to pay. This is the terrible mistakes that us young men make. Because there's no excuse for a man that young to deal with a woman that old. I don't know if he had children before that, but now, look at your situation. You and the mother is separate. The children are going to suffer because we make foolish mistakes like this. Older women will never make good mothers. And this is why I tell men, get married young. I tell women, get married young. Stay together. And even if you have children while she's in her 40s, that's a whole different ballgame versus a woman that you just met. She's been single for a while for a reason. And she didn't get along with men. She will never get along with men. It's the same pattern, the same trend. All you got to do is look at all the relationships in this country. When men get with women in their 40s and have children with them, it never turns out well. The same situation over and over. But anyway, it's a done deal for Lisa Bonet. Like, comment, subscribe.